That ever so sweet logo means that it is the top of the second hour here on Kpoppin. I'm your host, Isak, and we're getting ready for Steven in the studio. So Steven's going to be joining us in the studio as always. He's going to be here for us for the next couple of weeks. And we are getting ready for today's topic. We are going to be talking a little bit about love, but we are going to be talking about something else too. So we got some warm-up balance questions, and then we've got some love topics for today. So get ready for that. And it looks like for today, we are going to be looking at some requests that were sent in by Steven himself. So let's get ready for that. Remember that next week there's going to be a little bit of changes. We are going to have DJ Subin taking over for me for an entire week, Monday through Sunday. Woo! Y'all are going to be partying in the studio with Subin in the studio to take over. Also, we are going to be commemorating the 100th Children's Day. So the entire week is going to be dedicated to that. So don't forget to tune in. There's a lot of fun surprises and specials hidden within the show. So stay tuned for that. But before we have Steven joining us in the studio, we've got Tiek and Sujeong on the track with Amado Urin. Perhaps we and Tea Time with Steven is coming up after this.
Arirang.
Radio.
It's time to spill the tea with Steven in the studio. It's tea time with Steven, and we're going to get a chance to spill the tea on some random balance games and also listen to some cool requests as well. As always, we've got the very good-looking and talented Steven in the studio. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very good.
Okay, Steven, this has kind of been something that has been on my mind for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
So from our listeners who live in Australia,
Yes.
I learned that the seasons are different. So most of the world goes through like summer and winter according to like the solar calendar. But Australia is kind of on the flip side. So it's
Yes.
summertime when it's Christmas for the rest of the world.
Right.
And then when it's quote unquote summer for us, it's winter down there.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it like for you coming to Korea? Because I feel that would have been a little bit, not so much of a culture shock, but like you were zapped into a different like temperature zone.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like, cause I used to, since my dad gets work off like during Christmas season.
Okay.
Yes, I would go to Korea
Uh-huh.
in the Christmas seasons a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so yeah, it would be really weird, like breathing summer air, and then you take the plane, and then
It's winter.
yeah, it's winter. Yeah, that was pretty weird.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you came to Korea quite often before you
Yes.
started training and all that. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I feel like that would have been the most like shocking in not so much the culture difference, but more of
Yes.
like it's supposed to be the opposite for you, especially if you were raised there.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a few other like stereotypical Aussie questions from like a non-Aussie person. Before we get into today's official like balance game,
Yes.
is everything trying to kill you when you live in Australia?
No, it's actually pretty safe. Like,
I need to know because like spiders are the size of my head, and like you know reptiles are everywhere, and like kangaroos want to fight you and stuff like that. So I need to know if this stereotype is true.
yeah. Well, the spiders, they're not really poisonous.
Right. So the big spiders are not poisonous, apparently,
Yes.
right? Okay.
So some people just keep them as pets in the house. Just leave it there.
Do Australians have the same superstition as Koreans? Because Koreans have a superstition that if you're not supposed to kill spiders because they're helpful creatures, like killing them is like a bad omen.
Really?
Yeah.
Even if it's in the house?
Yeah. So you're supposed to
Oh.
just catch it and let it go.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, people keep those big spiders as pets. They just leave
Yeah,
them.
like the size of your hand. They just leave it because, like, yeah, they catch flies and they don't, huntsman spiders, they
Right.
don't make a lot of web.
Oh, they don't.
I don't know if they can't or they just,
Don't really.
yeah.
So they literally just like kind of hang out, catch
Yeah.
things, and then they just kind of chill.
Yeah, so they don't really make a mess.
Oh,
So I think that's why, they just keep it in the house. We didn't because, we were used to the Korean life. Yes, but
so you
yeah.
never really came across any of those.
Oh no, when I first when I was like pretty young,
Okay.
so we weren't really used to leaving spiders in the house, and,
Right.
Australian culture and all that.
Right.
Yes, and there was like a massive spider on the roof. Yeah, and we're like, oh no, we got to kill it. We got to get rid of it. And we started spraying it with the
Like bug spray.
bug spray, which is for like flies and like mosquitoes.
Wrong bug spray.
Yes, and it wouldn't go down. We were spraying it for like 10 minutes straight, chasing it. And the whole spider was like white.
Just like covered in the spray.
And it was still walking, and we're like,
Oh no.
whoa.
That's why people have a conception that everything in Australia is trying to kill you.
Yeah. But yeah, after like few years of living there, we're like, oh yeah, okay, they're good.
No, they're
Good spiders,
They're good
yeah.
spiders. Okay, that actually changes my perspective of them as well. Okay, if they don't really make a web and they're not necessarily like too bothersome.
And apparently they like stay away, like they know your space, like human space. So they like stay away.
Oh, they're smart.
Yeah, that's what I heard, but I don't know if
Okay.
it's like true.
True or
yeah.
anything. Huh. Interesting. Okay. It's been on my mind for the past couple of weeks since
Right.
you've been here. I didn't want to ask it like right away, but I just had to ask. I think it's like when Koreans see foreigners and like they have to ask where they're from. It's it's an itch that needs to be scratched. So thank you for doing that. All right.
Yes.
So Steven, we need to get into our warm-up balance game for today. So could you please read what the two choices are?
Yes, so the warm-up questions, or choices,
Yes.
is no sleep for 2 days or no eating for 2 days.
Neither. But I feel as an idol especially, both of these come into your schedule quite often.
Yeah. Maybe not from, well, yes.
Yes and no?
Yes. But
Yes.
I don't know, I feel like this one was pretty easy for me.
Okay, so what did you choose?
I chose no eating for 2 days.
You crazy. You are crazy. How can you not eat anything for
How can you not sleep for 2 days? I mean, you can, but like, it's so bad for your health.
Not eating for 2 days is worse. Okay, so obviously food. You would go for not eating. So food is not that big of a deal for you.
Yes.
So I need to ask. I mean, because I feel that even for men in the idol world, or even just in showbiz in general, they do have to maintain like a more of a slimmer physique. Monster X and some of these other boys are a little bit different. But I mean, I feel that for most idols, like they do start off with a little bit more of a slimmer
Yes.
physique. So did you have to do any special dieting while you were preparing for your debut?
No, I was just born skinny. So I was more on the side of I need to gain weight, which was a stress for me. So it was like the opposite for me, yeah.
So what kind of characteristics does one have to want to gain weight? Because I have a few people around me who have these same characteristics. I just really want to know. It would be really helpful if I could learn these characteristics so I don't have to diet anymore. What do you feel has helped you? Like, is it a fast metabolism? Is it your parents? Is it genes? Is it maybe stress? Is it like indigestion? Like, what do you feel is the reason why you tend to be like on the skinnier side?
Right, so I think there's a lot of reasons. Firstly, I just digest food really fast.
Okay.
Yes. And I have things that are more important than eating. So like, I might be too busy playing games. So I'm like, I can't be bothered eating. Right? Or, yes, I'm too busy reading books while I eat. So like,
You forget to eat.
yeah, I take a bite and then read for like 5 minutes. I take a bite and then, like if the flow kind of stops, then you get full and you're like, I can't be bothered eating anymore.
So I have to gain these characteristics to be skinny.
And sleeping is like, yes, the best.
So you love to sleep.
Yes.
How many hours do you need daily? Because it's different for everybody. Like they say, 6 to 8 hours is a must, but like certain people it's like 12 hours. Some people it's 10. Some people it's 2. So what's your perfect, I slept well?
Well, I try to sleep 8 hours or more.
Wow.
But then I think 10 to 12 hours is like a
nice
treat.
A nice treat.
Yes.
So a day in the life of Steven off of schedule. So you don't have any practice. You don't have to be anywhere. 10 to 12 hours of sleep would be more ideal for you.
Yes.
You literally could just be in bed all day, can't you?
Yes, I probably can.
You get up to go to the bathroom and that's literally all you need to do.
Just eat one meal and I'm okay.
Are you an online gamer or a console gamer? Because I think that also kind of changes the perspective of things.
Online as in PC, right?
Yeah.
Yes, PC.
Yeah, I've noticed that PC players tend to have more characteristics like that than console players.
Right.
Because console players, even though you're online, you can stop. But for PC, it's really hard for you to...
Games.
Yeah, there's a lot of games you can't stop. You can't pause mid-game.
Or
but
like one game is like an hour long.
Yeah, like a session is like a few hours long
Yeah.
for some of those. So, okay, interesting. Yeah, because I was definitely going to go with no sleep for 2 days because food is life for me.
Right. So yeah, when I'm doing schedule, right? So like I get like 3 hours of sleep and then I have to wake up and all that. And then in the morning when when my manager asks like, do you want to eat? I always think like, should I eat or sleep? Because I feel like sleeping
is better for you.
Yeah. It's like my food.
Okay. Okay. No, it makes sense because I'm totally opposite. I feel that maybe when I was younger, I could run on fumes a little bit more, and like not really. I would sleep more, and then I didn't have to eat, or I would skip meals.
Yeah.
After a certain age, I feel that, you know how elders in Korea, they're like, even though they don't have diabetes, they're like, my blood sugar, 당이 떨어져, like my blood sugar is dropping. I kind of feel why they say that now. It's just like I literally cannot think straight if I do not have food in my system.
Right.
So I understand why people like grandmas always have candy in their pockets.
Yes.
Because it's like, I need that candy to get me through the next couple of hours.
Is it just Korean grandmas and grandpas that do that?
No. I mean, they might. I feel that even my grandparents back in the States, they never really said like, oh, my blood sugar's dropping.
Right,
They never really would say that, but they always had candy in their pockets. They always had candy in their purse. When you go to their house, there's always going to be bonbons in the freezer. There's going to be ice cream. There's going to be candy. There's going to be chocolate. There's going to be everything. So, yeah, I feel that... I think it's just everybody. Like they just, and I think it's also like just giving it to kids. Like, you know, they want to, they see little kids and they're like, oh, you're so cute. And they just want to say like, you're cute with like giving them something. So I'm guessing that's why they carry it around. I'm not to that stage yet. Right. I don't think I'm old enough to be in that stage quite yet. To like, oh, you're so cute. Here's a lollipop. No, I don't think I'm that. But I would rather give up sleep because at least with no sleep for 2 days, I can caffeinate. Like, you know, I can have a energy drink or I can have coffee or I can do something. But honestly, I can't do either.
Right.
No sleep for 2 days. I used to be able to do this, like stay up all night, do practice, maybe sleep like 30 minutes to an hour in the car, go back to schedule again. I could, not now. I can't do either. But the worst of the two evils, for the least worst of the two evils, would be no sleep for 2 days.
Right.
48 hours. I would be like counting myself, be like, I can sleep in just a few more moments. I can go to bed soon. But like food, I don't know.
Oh.
Food brings me too much happiness. What's your favorite dish?
Favorite dish?
Since you obviously don't necessarily need to live with food, what's your favorite dish? Like, do you crave things even?
Sleep.
I envy you. Can I be reborn? Can we have a balance game where like can I have Steven's personality the next
Switch.
time I'm born? Can I be reborn with Steven's personality? I'd probably be the skinniest person in the world. Sleep is my energy. Nothing more. No, go back. Not your favorite dish being sleep. What's your favorite? Do you
Right.
not get excited about food?
Sometimes.
When's the sometimes? Is it mom's cooking? Is
Um,
it your favorite dish? Is it
like a food that I can't have every time. So
Okay.
like Australian food right now.
okay?
Yeah. So when I went to Australia, I gained 2 kilos because there was so many,
Dishes that you didn't-
dishes I wanted to try, and like I missed. So yeah.
What are some Aussie foods? Like what are some foods that like you would say like is an Aussie food?
I don't really know about like Australian food.
Right.
There's
No, like
nothing
food-
like
Yeah, food that you just missed from like your
Right.
hood.
The HSP.
Wait, what?
It's like a Lebanese food.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's fries,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like the kebab chicken or kebab beef on top, and then there's like sauce on it.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yes, it's really good.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
good.
That
Oh.
or ice cream or
You can get ice cream here.
I don't know. It's like different.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Favorite
got that.
favorite flavor.
It's called Cookie Man, but
So it's
like
cookies and cream.
no, it's like vanilla with like chocolate and like
Cookie
soft
crumbles.
cookies. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Oh,
but
cookie dough.
cookie dough.
Is it like cookie dough? Is it like the cookies and
Kind.
cream in Korea, or is it like cookie
Oh
dough?
no, it's not like both of them. I don't know. I don't know how
Really?
to-
It's not like. Oh, now I'm curious. Oh wow, now I'm curious. It's
Yeah.
not like there's not like cookies and cream, but it's not like cookie dough. Now I need to know that. Okay, wow. All right, so he gained 2 kilos when he went back home.
Yeah.
So he does eat, but he would rather choose not to eat for 2 days.
Yes.
Both of these are giving me fatigue just thinking about it. Like, I cannot, no. Wait, I have a feeling Pigeon would probably go with not eating for 2 days too. Yeah, figured. See? Thin people have things in common. Sore, sleeping. No fear eating? Oh. Wait, I'm the only one here. Wait, no. Okay, fam, back me up. Listeners, come on, back me up here. I don't want to be the only one here. No, this means I might lose today. No more penalties. I'm sick of penalties. I've been doing them for like 3 weeks.
here. It's all for you.
Look how comfortable Steven's getting now with giving me penalties. No, this is not going to happen. Okay, fam, what we're going to do is take a quick song break, come back, and we're going to officially talk about today's topic. But Steven did choose the songs for today. So, Steven, you chose J Park, Kpoppin, and I used
Yes.
collaboration of GANADARA. So, why did you choose the song?
I just felt like it was like a good song for today.
Okay,
Yes.
topic-wise.
Topic-wise, yes. And yeah, it's like confessing. It's like just showing one's love
For
to a
somebody else.
person. Yeah, before confessing kind of thing. Yeah.
Right.
So
I really like the concept of the song.
oh yes.
If you look at the lyrics, it's like J Park's like, I'm a foreigner. I don't know how to say I love you, but yeah. It's awkward, but
But yeah.
I like you. And then he's like, oh, your awkwardness is cute. That was
Yeah.
actually really cute. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick song break, and then we're going to come back and officially talk about today's topic for today, now that we've kind of warmed up with today's segment. So what we're going to do is dive into 박재범, J Park, and IU's collaboration of GANADARA, and we'll see you guys back after this with more of our Tea Time with Steven.
Music that you want to dance to. Arirang Radio.
It's the second hour on Kpoppin here on Arirang Radio. I'm your host, Isak. It's Thursday. That means that we've got our special 5-week guest, Steven, in the studio with our Tea Time with Steven. And we need to officially talk about today's topic. I did say it had to do with love. So, Steven, what is our topic for today? What's the balance game question?
Yeah. So for today's real balance game question, it's someone I love versus someone who loves me.
So I said this in the first hour to our listeners, and I was like, I think this has to do with a little bit with age.
Right.
I think the first one kind of has to do with age too. Kind of feel very called out today on the show, to say the least. But I feel that I used to be someone I love in a relationship. Like, I have to like that person more.
Right.
I have now realized that I think it's someone who loves me. But I can play both. So, Steven, what did you choose?
I think someone I love is, more important to me.
Right.
Right.
Okay, I'm really curious as to how you would spin that. So, I used to kind of fight elders who would say, no. You have to date somebody who loves you more.
Yeah.
I would have my reasoning. So, try to convince me. I want to see if your reasoning is very similar to mine.
Well, firstly, like the main reason and like the obvious reason is like, what, like, is that love for you then?
Oh.
Yeah, it's
okay.
like, it's, if you're not feeling it, like, what's the point?
Okay.
Kind of thing. Yeah, and second reason, well, for me personally, I don't think I can, like, trust myself.
Oh.
Yeah, so if someone's liking me and I'm just like meh about her, and then we get in a relationship, I don't know if I can commit
To the relationship.
Yeah, and like, give her my all and like do the best and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, and
All right, now this kind of boils down to the type of relationships that you could go for. So, are you the type of person, personality-wise, that you can be friends with somebody first and then accumulate romantic like feelings for them? Or does it have to be a very short spark? Either we like conversation or chemistry.
Right.
But there's a lot of different definitions
Yeah,
to
yeah,
chemistry. So it doesn't just have to be looks. Like, are you more of a chemistry person where it kind of has to click immediately? Or are you the type of person where like, no, I like to get to know them more. Maybe a friend can become a significant other later down the line.
a friend. I don't know, but I don't like to rush things. So I'm not like she's the one we're dating kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah, so I like to look it out, see what type of person she is, like at least get like 90% of
But I mean,
her personality.
Okay, so let's say you end up spending like a whole day with somebody.
Yes.
So like you met somebody through like a group of friends or whatever.
Yes.
You got to talking. You guys talked all day. You guys really clicked. You got like you played
Right.
video games, whatever. You were able to really click with this person. Do you feel that is the 90% that you could accumulate in just 24 hours? Or do you, even though you had that kind of a date or day with that
Yes.
individual, would you just be like, nah, I need to see this at least for like 5 months. I can't just like jump into this immediately.
Yeah, I'll be like, no, I need to see it for like...
Really?
Yes. Like, I might have interest, obviously. I'll be
Right.
like, oh, yeah, she's got something like, she's eye-catching and all that.
Uh-huh.
But then still, like, what if she's a murderer? Like, you never know.
I love how that went from love romantic Korean K-drama to like you in like 2 minutes. Okay, so you kind of want to do background checks as well, kind of see their friends and stalk their social media and kind of check those, test the waters a little bit before. Oh wow! So you're very cautious before relationships.
Yes. I don't want to rush things.
Interesting. Okay, well, obviously it wasn't the same reasoning that I had. I used to think the same thing, though. Obviously this is a little bit on the state where I feel that for you, the way that you reasoned it, it's not wrong. But most of the time, if you are dating somebody, it's not like you're not interested in them. You are, but the level of how much that person likes you might be just a little bit different.
Yeah.
So for you to bluntly admit that I don't trust myself is actually very bold. I do admire that. But I've just learned that someone who loves me, and I think this is more on the girl side of things, or somebody in the relationship that does seem to be a little bit more emotional. So, I mean, there's many different types of couples out there. I feel that the person in the relationship that tends to be a little bit more emotionally based needs somebody who loves them more.
Mm-hmm.
Reason being is I tend to be that type of a person, and I've had those relationships where I was the one kind of chasing the relationship the entire time. But I found that it seems I'm the only one that's trying to move in the relationship.
Right.
So, like, I'm always trying to get their attention. I'm the one that's trying to do something. I'm the one that's constantly chasing after them.
Right, and trying to make it work.
Right.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, if let's say I was trying to move a couch, I'm the one that's trying to constantly lift on my side, but they keep looking at their phone. You know, it's kind of like that situation. So I feel that for me, in my type of like dating or the style of dating that I do have trust issues in relationships too. So I feel that if that person likes me just a little bit more than what I have tendencies to do, it seems to balance it out a little bit because they're able to meet me about halfway so that we can actually have a platform to talk about this.
Right.
Because if not, I become the very obsessive girlfriend. Like, if you don't pick up my phone calls and I have trust issues and you are feeding these trust issues, I will call you until your phone shuts off. I'm the scary one in the relationship. If you don't give me the affirmation I need in a relationship, I will become very scary. Yes, Steven, you have to be careful with girls like me. If you ever see a girl with this kind of pattern, run. I am not supporting my actions in any way, shape, or form. Okay, now, obviously, your parents or elders or, like, older hungs or people, like, if this ever came up, like, if you ever said, like, oh, she's pretty, like, on a TV screen, they might have given you advice. What have you heard? Have you heard more of like, no, you need to meet somebody who loves you more? Or have you kind of heard them say like, oh, it's whatever you want to do?
Yeah, so my best friend's dad told my best friend, yeah, you got to meet someone that loves you more.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so they kind of agree with, you know, the elders agree on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, like, I see the reason, of course. Like, I see why that's true. And, like, low-key, I think that's right.
I low-key agree with it.
But, yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah.
Nah. It's like saying, I'm giving you two foods. There's salad and a burger. And I'm saying, eat a salad because it's more healthy for you. Right. But then, obviously, you would want the burger. Right. Yeah, so it's kind of like, yeah, but I want to do that. Like, yeah.
You kind of want to be rebellious in the fact, like, you know, just like, no. I don't want to.
That's more fun.
Yeah, right. It's like, that's not that. Yeah. No. No. Now, I know you're an idol, but I know that, like, even idols, they have their ideals of, like, when they want to get married or if they even want to get married and settle down. Do you see yourself wedding or settling down at a particular point, or do you kind of just want to let the world kind of just take over and see how it happens?
Yeah, I think I'll just go with the flow.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have like a pressure of like, I want to be married by like this age.
Well, I mean that's kind of ruined because both my sisters got married pretty early.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like 25, 26.
That's not that early.
Age. These days, apparently.
Well, yeah, these days it is. But, like, yeah, even in Korea, around 27, 28 is around the average age.
So, yeah, if I'm going to their standards, then, like, I can't get married 3 years later.
I have a career to do. I can't get married at 25.
Yeah, so, like, yeah, I don't really care.
Do your sisters, like, since they got married, because I feel that advice does change within siblings, do they ever tell you don't get married?
No. They're just really? Like, oh, yeah, just meet a decent person, yeah. Meet a nice girl, I'm going to bash you. That's what they say. They're like, I'm actually gonna bash you.
Oh, so do you know what their standards for a nice girl is? Because I feel a lot of our listeners are going to be like, okay, I volunteer to be
I'm nice.
I'm Steven, me. I can be your future wife. So we need some standards here.
Well, I don't know what my sisters mean just by nice. I think it's just that, like, nice in their eyes.
They've never told you what standards are, like, good in a girl? Like, they've never been like, oh, don't meet this kind of girl. Or, like, never?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to sit down with Steven's sisters one day. And we need to get, like, the 411 so all of our listeners can be like, okay, I need to pursue this type of a lifestyle so that I can be in the running to be Steven's.
I think it's because my sisters know that, like, everyone's different with,
right?
like, love and personality and, like, what matches what. So, yeah, they were just like, oh, like, if you know yourself, like myself, then you should know what you want in a girl and, what you want, basically. So, just trust yourself and,
okay,
go for the right person.
Because you are a Korean family. Do you feel that your family is more a little bit, like, westernized when it comes to, like, those family ordeals? Or do you feel that you're still very, like, deeply rooted Korean? So, like...
Right.
Family, like, gatherings have to be a must. Like, even though you're married, she has to be, like, coming over and do, like, the sister-in-law type of ordeals. Do you feel that your family's like that?
I think it's, like, mixed.
Okay.
So they have it, like, they have the Korean culture.
Right.
But then they're not, like, full strict on it, like, oh, you have to come, or, like, you have to do it.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel that a lot of even Korean Americans, I think that's kind of like the debate that always goes on. Like, do you live with a family member, like a grandparent or a parent who is extremely traditional to where, like, they have to come to Chesa, even though you live in a foreign country? Do they have to come on Chuseok? Do they have to come on Seollal? Like, those kind of... No.
Yeah.
So, again, the pool to be future wife of Steven seems to be opening broader and broader and broader today. Wow. Okay, so this is how it's set. We've got Steven saying, I need to be with somebody I love.
Mm-hmm.
I say, don't ruin your life. Find someone who loves me more. It doesn't mean that you don't love them.
Right.
But if we look at the ratio, obviously the person is just a little bit more interested in you. Just by a little bit. So what we're going to do is take another quick song break and come back. You chose Maze. Why did you choose this track by either?
So when I first heard it, I was really surprised and I really liked this song. And the lyrics kind of fit into this.
The topic for today?
Yes. So,
I love how Steven is kind of like me. Maybe it's the singer thing. You look at the lyrics first before we, like, dive into anything else. Okay.
Yes.
So the lyrics seem to match for today, so it seems that that's why it's been chosen. So we've got for you either with the track of Maze. So we'll see you guys back after this with more of our tea time with Steven.
Arirang Radio.
You are listening to K-Pop in Second Hour here on Arirang Radio. I'm your host, Isak. It is tea time with Steven in the studio, our Aussie. Aussie. So we get a chance to have him in the studio with us for a few more weeks, and we are talking about love today. So Steven gave us a choice of someone I love versus someone who loves me, and Steven has gone with someone I love. Versus me saying someone who love me. Because I want all that love and be pampered and get all that as well. So I want to give you, like, your final thoughts before we do the countdown for today, because, penalties are coming. Look how confident he looks. Oh, he looks so confident with the penalty. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so last thoughts for today?
Yes, I don't know, like, I feel like it's more fun going with someone I love because there's something like you need to work for.
Ooh.
And then, who knows, at the end of the day, she might become the someone I love.
Okay.
And then you will be like, oh, okay.
It's like a perfect relationship.
Yes.
Huh.
So,
interesting. So you don't mind a chase?
Yes, I don't mind working for it.
Ooh.
As long as it's up to some point.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's not going to be unfair, but like, a certain point, you don't mind.
Yes.
What do you plan? Okay, I need it. This is for all of us. What do you plan on doing to appeal to somebody you're interested in? Like buy her things, or are you like the more romantic type where you're like writing stuff to her, like letters and flowers, or are you going to write a song for her?
Like while we're in a relationship?
Or like, no, you said you would work for it. So how would you work for it?
Just everything, I think. Just letters, flowers, whatever she likes.
Okay, so you would try to figure out what she likes first.
Yes. And then take her out for treats.
Okay. Okay. I don't think I should have given him that time to say that. I feel that our listeners might agree with him more now. Just in the fact that they think that, Steven is now going to treat them to gain their love. I don't know what I set myself up for today. But, okay, for me, someone who loves me, I feel that I don't 100% agree with all elders with what they say. But a lot of the phrases that elders do say do tend to have a little bit of backing.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's kind of like superstitions. You don't have to believe them to like a T. Like you don't have to like fully heartedly like religiously think that they are true. But I mean, let's say if somebody in your family did a fortune telling for you or like did a tarot reading and told you that day, like, just be careful. Try not to be around a body of water. I mean, do you want to test the fates? Do you want to like specifically go out into a body of water? I mean, you don't have to. So, I mean, I just feel that caution has never really like, done anything for anybody. So, like elders, what they say, you don't have to be religiously believing it, but I feel that it does have a certain extent of it, especially if you are an emotional person like I am in a relationship, somebody loving you just a little bit more than you do, I think will help you agree on a middle ground a lot more often than not. Right. So technically, you would have to meet somebody like me. And I would have to meet somebody like you. This is where the opposites attract here because I need to find somebody who loves me
like
more.
Like a magnet.
Right. you need to find somebody that you would like to put a little bit more effort in. So for all of you out there, you remember you have to be kind of like me or choose me so that, Steven can fight for your affection. All right. I think it's time for us to do the final countdown today to find out who's going to get the ultimate penalty. So let's do the countdown together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Ooh, it was close. Oh, it was close. The numbers are 45% to 55%. This is close. Only a 10% difference.
And you look happy.
No, I don't. No, I don't. So it looks like that the 45% goes to a person I love. Person who loves me got 55% this week. Yes! Steven's got a penalty. You were so happy to say that there's penalties in front of me. So, here, Steven, those penalties in front of you. All you need to do is choose one. Choose one.
No,
1 plus 1. 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1.
It's
1
English.
It'll probably be in Korean
wait,
and English. What does it say? What does it say?
Tongue twisters.
Tongue twisters! After every mistake.
After a mistake.
Tongue twisters. Oh, tongue twisters. Are you good at tongue twisters?
Korean or English?
They're both. We have both of them in here.
I don't know. Like, I think I was good at Chinese tongue twisters.
Okay, choose one.
Okay. The third one. Where's the third?
Okay, third one. Okay, the third one. Is the third one? Okay, I need to get a little bit closer to you because I need to hit you.
Oh no, it's Korean.
Okay, let's go.
Oh,
3, 2,
no.
1, let's go.
그 집 콩밭은 검정 콩밭이고 내 집 콩밭은 강낭 콩밭. 치면 검정 콩밭 옆에 강낭 콩밭이 있고 강낭 콩밭 옆에 검정 콩밭이 있다.
Wait, he did this better than I expected. I only got to hit it once.
강낭?
No!
I think it was more difficult reading it.
What? Take this one out.
Yes.
Take this one out. This is too easy.
Yes.
Okay, so that pretty much does it for our show for today. Thank you, Steven, for another awesome week and
Yeah.
not so great penalty, but that's okay. We'll find. There's still next week. There's still next week. So you chose Paul Kim's track "너를 만남이" after you as last track for today. Any particular reasons? Just like the song?
Yes, just like the song.
He just likes the song. All right, so we're going to get a chance to see him back in the studio next week with Sabine in the studio, so don't forget to check that out as we say goodbye for today. It's going to be Paul Kim with 너를 만남이 after you, and we'll see you next week. Bye!
Yes, bye-bye.